Welcome, Cheesemaker fans, to Tillamook Cheesemaker Wrestling action. Last Saturday night, the Cheesemakers, along with a few of the Neoconi kids, did very well at the State Wrestling Championships. While we couldn't bring you the broadcast live, we are happy to bring you the tape-delayed broadcast of last Saturday's Wrestling State Finals. This broadcast was made possible by the Mook Mat Club, SR Repair, TP Freight, Dean McKibben Insurance, Averill Recycling, Coastwide Ready Mix, Kimmel's True Value Hardware, Hopkey's Logging, Flavors on First, Les Schwab, Averill Landscaping, and Tillamook Motors. We hope you enjoy this evening's broadcast.
Good morning, Tillamook High School wrestling fans. This is Randy Shield and Elroy Thompson and OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship Semifinal Wrestling action from the Memorial Coliseum for the first time ever. We'll do tape delayed, so this will actually be playing after the fact, but it'll give you the chance to hear the action from the semifinals here at the Memorial Coliseum. A great day of wrestling yesterday left Tillamook in first place, but just barely, as things are getting tighter and tighter as they go through the consolation rounds. At the end of the first day of wrestling, Tillamook led 130 to Sweet Home's 121. In third place was LeGrand at 89.5, and then Baker at 82. The three teams that were expected to be on top of this are on top, but if you look at what's going to unfold here in the rest of this day, I'd say the Cheesemakers are probably the underdog as they come in, as Sweet Home is positioned with higher seeds and have also wrestled very well in the consolation bracket. The Cheesemakers will have 8 wrestlers in the semifinals and will also be able to pick up the 3 Neoconi wrestlers in the semifinals in this morning's action as well. As the title sponsor of the OSAA State Championships, On Point does everything it can to help our teams and community get ahead. On Point delivers the local banking and lending its members need to reach their goals and make more possible. Visit On Point at onpointcu.com. On Point is federally insured by NCUA, and they're an equal housing opportunity lender. So the Cheesemakers look as at 113 pounds, Keegan Haggerty will be wrestling. He'll have a tough one. Quentin Metcalf at 120. Luis Macias at 132. 138 will be Chad Warner. 152, Tommy Cruz. Miguel Nemai at 160. Caleb Warner at 170. And Fabian Nemai at 182 pounds. Those would be the 8 wrestlers we have coming your way in today's semifinal action. We're going to be back with the start of wrestling over FM 95.9 KTIL in Tillamook after this 1-minute break for our sponsors.
Mook Wrestling knows what it takes to create a top-notch wrestling program. It takes everyone: coaches, volunteers, parents. Wrestling is a tradition in Tillamook. It instills values in our young people, builds character and work ethic, and it happens because of dedicated coaches and athletes and a strong community tie to ensure support throughout the season. The tradition is strong in Tillamook, and Mook Wrestling knows the experience produces champions off the mat too. And in the long term, that's what counts.
Like most motorists today, you may be keeping your vehicle longer. You need a trusted professional auto repair shop. You need SR Repair. They offer full maintenance services for most domestic and Asian vehicles, also offering brake repairs and replacements, auto electrical diagnosis, and major component replacements if needed. It might be easier to call and see what SR Repair doesn't offer. SR Repair on the corner of 7th and Pacific in downtown Tillamook. Proud supporter of Tillamook sports.
Welcome back to OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship action semifinals coming your way here momentarily. Elroy, let's take a look at the lineup for today. First wrestler up for the Cheesemakers is going to be Keegan Haggerty at 113 pounds. He's going to take on Evan Potter from Junction City. What do you know about these two?
Well, last year they wrestled for third and fourth in the state tournament, and Porter beat him. I don't remember the score, but it should be a good match. I'm sure Haggerty is ready to wrestle today, but Potter is a very, very talented wrestler.
He's also the number 2 seed in the tournament. Haggerty, number 5. And 120 pounds, we have Quentin Metcalf. Metcalf's the number 1 seed, but he's got a pretty tough draw in Niehaus from Baker.
Yes, Niehaus is, he actually was rated, I think, 3rd or 4th, and he ended up getting beat by McIntosh from LeGrand in their district finals, real close, like 3-2 or something. So that's going to be a very, very exciting match right there.
As you look on for the Cheesemakers, 132 pounds, Luis Macias. He's the number 4 seed. He's going to take on the number 1 seed in Comentis from Marshfield, a really tough kid also.
Oh, he won it 2 years ago at 106 pounds, and he won it last year at 113 pounds. And so, yes, he's a 2-time state champion. Moved up 3 weight classes, though. Hasn't wrestled as much this year. I think he got in a car accident in the middle of the season. But, yes, he is a very talented wrestler. So that should be exciting.
Chad Werner is number 5 seed. He's also drawn the number 1 in Kane Nixon, a junior out of Cascade.
We haven't wrestled Nixon this year, but McCall, the kid that we beat from LeGrand yesterday, actually pinned him, has wrestled Nixon 6'3" earlier in the year. So I think we're probably right in that match. But it's going to be a barn burner.
Chad also wrestles well at the state tournament, finished 2nd in the state a year ago.
He sure does.
At 152 pounds, Tommy Cruz going to take on Thorpe's and Sweet Home, and one of the few times that the 2 leading teams will square off against each other there, and that's a tough draw for Tillamook also.
Yeah, we're big underdogs in that one. But you never know. Tommy has the ability to come out and beat anybody. But that's a tall order right there.
Sweet Home has 2 in the semis at 152 pounds. At 160 pounds, it's Miguel Nebai. He is the number 4 seed, and he's taken on the number 1 seed in Parker Robinson from LeGrand.
Yeah, Robertson, I believe, was 2nd last year in the state tournament, but Nebai can wrestle with anybody. He's probably, I think he could get in the finals at 152 pounds, which he's wrestled earlier. Or 160 or 170. He's just that kind of kid that will compete at any weight class, so I wouldn't count him out.
At 170 pounds, the Cheesemakers have the number 1 seed in Caleb Warner, and there is no easy when you get to the semis.
No.
This is not going to be easy for him as he takes on Rushton from Baker. Rushton defeated Kuhn yesterday 15-7.
Rushton was ranked number 1 last week, or 2 weeks ago, before their district regionals. And he got beat by Livingston from LeGrand 3-2 in their district finals. So he is talented.
And I take that back. He beat Kuhn by fall in the first round. Fabian Nemai, the number 1 seed for the Cheesemakers at 182 pounds, will take on Stearns from Philomath. Don't know if those 2 have wrestled before or not. Stearns got there by way of a 9-3 decision.
No, and that's probably our easiest match in the semis is Stearns with Nemai. Should not even be a close match.
So that's the wrestlers for the Cheesemakers in the semis. Let's jump back to the consolation round, which just got completed, the early morning consolation round today. Anybody who wins in that round is going to move on and play. So in the worst case scenario, end up being 6th, I believe.
Yes.
They could lose 5th, so end up 6th. Cheesemakers in that round had Chris Silvera. He was actually leading, and then all of a sudden gave up points right at the end, lost 7-4. That was a tough loss. Alex Warner in a tight match.
I think that match ended up 5-4.
Okay.
They gave locked hands at the end. We were down 2, gave a locked hands, and got in a scramble and lost by 1, I believe.
The other one for the Cheesemakers at 160 pounds, Alex Warner, it was nip and tuck.
Yes.
Alex had a 1-point lead, I believe, and all of a sudden turned his guy and pinned him with 42 seconds left in the 3rd round, which gave Tillamook an extra 2 points. And boy, they're going to need every one of those.
Yes, they are.
So Alex Warner will place. He'll be wrestling later on today. Tony Chacon won by fall in the first round, 104 left in the first round. So Tony will be a placer as well. That's great.
And there's another bonus, 2 more points. So in this round, you score 4 points. You get 1 for the advance, and you get 3 points for the 6th place. So you can score 4 points, and you get the extra points to 2. Well, Sweet Home didn't get any extra points.
Right.
And we, I believe, with that's up to 4. And I believe that we ended up getting another pin and another major.
The last score that came across had Tillamook at 153 and Sweet Home at 137. And I don't know how far into it because they just run it across the board. Let's finish up. Michael Horton ended up losing at 195 pounds in the consolation. He'll be out. He was so close. He was actually in great shape.
Took the kid down, put him on his back, and then it was downhill from there.
Yep, ended up losing that. And then Dawson McKibben, probably the dark horse of this whole tournament, thought he wasn't going to make it here after the injury to his ankle in the regional tournament. He comes back in consolation. He won yesterday on a fall, then won by decision. He was in the placing, or to get into placing today, and he won 10-0, and so that got an extra point on the major decision as well.
Yep.
And he will place also.
And he is good enough to actually take 3rd. If he really wrestles, he's beaten one of the tougher kids in the weight class yesterday. The kid he wrestled today wasn't as good as the kid that he beat yesterday. But he's beaten the kid from Seaside, which I think won. I'm not sure today. And so he's capable of beating anybody in the weight class, and his confidence has to be growing.
Oh, it has to be. And then finally at the 285, Brian Rieger, who went down with that knee injury yesterday, has battled his way through. He won by way of fall, and he will place as well. 142 left in the second round. He won by way of fall. And so that's how the Cheesemakers have gotten here, and we're about ready for semifinal action. It'll be coming your way after this 1-minute break for our sponsors.
Need truck transportation in Western Oregon? Look no further than TP Freight and LC Hall's Truck Lines. They blanket Western Oregon from the Cascades to the coast and throw in a little bit of Southwest Washington as well. Normal delivery time is next working day to all major points in their service area. Their company started in the 1920s, and they're proud of their roots in the small communities of Western Oregon and treat their customers like their neighbors, who they value as friends. When you're in Tillamook, think TP Freight. If you've got it, a truck brought it.
Dean McKibben Insurance Agency is more than just a friendly farmer's insurance agent. Dean will make sure you have the insurance you need for your auto, home, business, and life. He can also assist you with enrollment in both group and individual health insurance plans, and with all Medicare Supplement and Medicare Advantage plan enrollment questions or concerns. Give Dean a call. He'll find the coverage that fits your needs. Dean McKibben Insurance Agency, conveniently located in downtown Tillamook, across from U.S. Bank on 4th Street. Proud sponsor of Tillamook Sports.
Welcome back to OSAA on Point Credit Union State Championship Wrestling action. It's semifinals as we get ready for the first Cheesemaker wrestler to come up, Keegan Haggerty. Haggerty is they're running all 12 mats right now, and we'll see if they're going to hold. It looks like maybe they're going to hold the matches and start each weight class at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to happen.
You have 6A, if you can envision the Coliseum left to right, one mat across from each other, all the way across. There are 12 mats in 6 rows, and the Cheesemakers, or 4A, will be on the 3rd from your left, right down from us as we sit about halfway up in the bowl here at the Coliseum. We continue to watch the big board up there on the scores. Cheesemakers currently leading by about 15, but outright with 8 wrestlers in the semis for both Tillamook and Sweet Home. Tillamook not expected to win as many as Sweet Home are here.
No, Sweet Home has positioned themselves very well, has many of the higher seeds going into this round, and the Cheesemakers are not. But
so as you look,
take some upsets.
As you look at this round, if Tillamook, if everything plays out by the numbers, which a lot of this tournament has, have not been a lot of upsets in this tournament so far. No. And so if this plays out by the numbers, Cheesemakers probably look at 2 or 3 winners out of these next 8.
Yes, and what's going to happen is that after the semifinals, if it goes as predicted, with the seeds, then we're probably going to go down about 15 points. But remember, all those kids that lose that are in the consolation have an extra match.
They have two matches left.
Exactly. And if you get in the finals, you only have one.
Yep.
So the idea of pin points and the advance points come into play there. Although you'd rather get in the finals and get your guaranteed points and not have to wrestle that extra match, but that's what's happened. And in this last round, that Sweet Home won 4 matches. They didn't get any extra points.
Right.
And we won 4 matches, and I think we ended up with 2, 4, 6, 7 extra. So we got bonus points in every match that we won. So that's like taking 4th place.
Yeah.
And so that's an extra wrestler today. And that's probably we probably gained 7 points on Sweet Home today.
And the reality is Tillamook lost 2 wrestlers in that consolation round early this morning. They probably shouldn't have lost either of those.
Oh, I know. We had the ability to win all 6 of those matches.
And so about a half a minute left in the matches down that we're watching here in the 106-pound weight class. Tillamook did not score a point at 106 pounds. I know they were disappointed about that. They had Bradley Rieger and Austin Simmons both at that weight class, both freshmen. Got a lot of room to grow, and they'll learn from this experience, but did not win a match and really had good opportunities to.
Yeah, that was probably the most disappointing weight class that we've had so far.
Yeah. Now at 113 pounds, Ethan Hartel ended up losing his first match, but he won his second one. By way of fall, so he scored 1 point for the advance going that direction and 2 points for the fall, so he got 3 team points scored there. And now we have Haggerty, of course, who won his first match by way of fall over Kobe Hibbert from LeGrand. And he comes into the semifinals against Evan Potter, who won by way of fall in the first round and fall in the second period of the second round over McConkey from North Marion, who we'd seen in our regional tournament as well. And so this would certainly be an upset as the number 5 seed Haggerty looks to take on Evan Potter, but not out of the realm of possibility by any means.
No.
He comes to the mat. Potter and Haggerty. They shake hands, and here we go. Wrestling started at 113 pounds, first semifinal match for the Cheesemakers. Potter comes in. Haggerty ties up the head. Potter tries to swing around from behind. They're right out on the edge of the mat on the right side. Haggerty tries to counter a shot, but countered there by Haggerty as well. Haggerty tries to lift.
Well, he's got the leverage on Potter.
He is a little bit taller. They continue to hang right on that out of bounds and finally step out of bounds, and so they'll move back to the middle of the mat. Wrestling starts again. Potter very, very low in his stance, shoots at a leg, but countered there again by Haggerty. Haggerty stands up, tries to throw him one way. Off they go, and that's probably a good thing for Haggerty, as he was on the bottom of that, and I don't think was going to end up on top.
No, that didn't look good, did it?
Both in the up position, in the middle of the mat again. Single leg shot by Potter. Fireman Carey going to try to turn him over. Haggerty fights, but gives up 2 points and now goes to his back. He rolls all the way through. No back points given there.
I think he's going to get 2, though.
Oh, yes, he is. And so he did get 2 back points there, and Haggerty trails 4-0. Haggerty swings around on top. Looks like a full Nelson he's trying to put on him from behind. Haggerty goes back down to the bottom again. Potter rides a little bit high, up above the waist, using his legs to stretch out the legs of Haggerty. Haggerty face down on the mat. Now Potter's going to work on that left arm. Potter right on the 3 o'clock portion of the mat as we look at it, out on the edge. Now going to work on the right arm and try to turn him there.
We got an arm bar on him.
He does, and rolls him up. They have not counted any, did not give him any points for that yet as he rolls back to his belly again as we get to short time with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And Haggerty
we don't want to be down there.
Is down 4-0. they're going to flip, and Haggerty is going to have the choice.
Both up.
Nope, I take that back. Potter's going to take the choice, and Haggerty.
He deferred.
Potter deferred. Haggerty chose both wrestlers up.
This is where we want. This is where we want to be.
Yeah, it didn't look like being on the bottom was a good plan for us.
If we're gonna beat him, we're gonna have to toss him or get him in that front headlock.
They're tied up again as Haggerty wraps him up, tries to go a little bit high. A single leg shot again by Potter, and going to take him down.
If we get taken down, then we're in trouble down here.
Yep. So Haggerty on the bottom, and Potter again just did a really nice job of shooting in, taking that right knee, picking it up.
Yeah, he's not giving Haggerty any option or a chance to put that front quarter on.
No, Haggerty tries to roll through, but he gets his left arm caught, and now he's going to end up giving up 3 back points at least. I don't believe he can pin him from here.
No, probably not.
Haggerty's certainly in trouble.
Well,
now he's going to work back up on top and try to adjust it. Potter's wrestled a very, very good match so far. Potter, Haggerty in trouble on the bottom. Had a double arm bar there. Now he's going to work a half Nelson as he slides back over the top of his body and put Haggerty down on his back, and there's the fall.
Well, the good thing is Haggerty drops onto Sweet Home Kid, Ford. So that'll be one of the matchups going in for third and fourth in the consolation semis.
So we knew Haggerty was the underdog there, and Potter really pretty much handled him.
Yes, he did.
I mean, he was in control the whole time. Potter looked pretty darn tough in that one. So the Cheesemakers have lost their first, but now they'll move over to Quentin Metcalf at 120 pounds on the far mat. Quentin Metcalf, the number 1 seed at this weight, has a tough kid at Niehaus
from Baker.
They tie up head-to-head.
I think he might be the third or fourth ranked kid in the state.
Niehaus, the number 5 seed in this tournament. Metcalf has finished 4th 2 years in a row. He's a junior. And in both cases, he's lost in that semifinal round to end up in 4th. They are still tied up head-to-head there. We saw Metcalf pretty patient yesterday in his wrestling. Ended up with a fall in the second round, takes a half-hearted shot, and then backs out again. Both wrestlers pretty happy to stand in the middle of the mat and kind of work head-to-head, trying to see who can control the hands. Steps down inside, single leg shot by Niehaus. Niehaus gets Metcalf, one leg in the air. Metcalf tries to counter. Bouncing, Metcalf throws him on his back, I believe. Metcalf, 2-point takedown and near fall points as well. He cinches him up, going to roll through. He's going to end up losing that, and now Metcalf's going to be in trouble. Metcalf gets reversed. Metcalf got a takedown and 3 near fall points, but then got reversed as he got a little bit too far out over the head, and he leads 5-2, but he's on the bottom.
Can't be laying here. Got to move.
So Metcalf with 23 seconds left in this first round on the bottom.
Nice to score a point right here at the end.
Right in front of the scorer's table on the far mat. Quentin Metcalf stands to his feet. He's got 10 seconds left. Niehaus grabs a leg, stands him up. Metcalf tries to roll him through. Out of bounds they go. Metcalf knows wrestling as well as anybody Tillamook has. He's done it since he was born. He has 3 seconds left. He's on the bottom of this first round. He tries to spin and stand up, but in 3 seconds will not get away. He does, though, lead after 1 round, 5-2.
And we get a choice here.
So Metcalf will have the choice, and he will defer. Niehaus will take down. So Metcalf will try to hold him.
Metcalf rides pretty well.
Metcalf slides in. Niehaus tries to roll through. Nice job by Metcalf countering that, grabbing the arm and pushing his head down into the mat. Metcalf on top. Second round up 5-2. State semifinal action. You can tell Niehaus wants to roll over. Now Metcalf wants to try to drag him over. Try to work the arm bar with the left arm. Niehaus rolls through. Metcalf rolls with him. Metcalf stays on top. He's
Got
working that arm bar, and now slides. Looked like he was going to go to the half Nelson. Newhouse stands up. Metcalf gets a little bit high. Got to be careful.
Nope,
rolls him through, and he's got him down. Back points again for Metcalf. Metcalf now slides over on top, reverses or releases his holding. He takes an 8-2 lead. Beautiful move that time by Quentin Metcalf.
We call that the Nicholson.
And he rolls him over again. Now he's got him in trouble.
Get your head up.
A little bit too high. He's going to get near fall points again as he fights to try to seal that back shoulder down. Metcalf slides over and out of bounds they go, and they'll give an escape to Newhouse. And so it'll be 11-3. Metcalf with a lead with 55 seconds left in the second round. They tie up head-to-head again. Both wrestlers in the up position. 45 seconds left in the second round, just over halfway through the match. 11-3, Metcalf with the lead. Metcalf, as Newhouse pushes in on him. He tries to seal up. Looks like he's setting up for a throw. Now Newhouse will settle down. They're tied ear to ear. Nice counter as Newhouse went for the single leg, but Metcalf controlled the head and couldn't let the arms reach the leg as they're both pushing each other around in the middle of the mat with 12 seconds left in this second period.
Oh, nice.
Metcalf slides in behind, and they'll give a takedown. Just hang on to it here, I believe, as Metcalf
turn him.
Is going to try to get some points. They will not get them.
Got a one count there.
Time ran out. He needs 2 counts to get the 2 points. And it is 13-3. And is that a Sweet Home? That is a Sweet Home wrestler here that's down 5-3 in the second round. So Metcalf on top 13-3, and he'll take the top of the referee's position, try to turn Newhouse again. He's had the 2 or 3 opportunities to get him turned earlier in this match and got back points off that. He rides up high, settles down. Such a heady wrestler is Quentin Metcalf. Trying to earn his way into the finals for the first time after being a highly ranked wrestler 2 years in a row.
Get your arm through. There you go.
Metcalf slides through, still on top. Newhouse tries to face him. Squares around, and now he spins through and gets reversed.
Pretty hard crossface by that kid there.
So now he's down. On the bottom is Metcalf with 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the match. You don't want to do anything chancy here.
No.
Minute left, neither wrestler.
We can't stay here on our belly, though.
Has been warned for stalling at all. And he has a 13-5, and now the stalling warning comes out on Metcalf. Metcalf needs to try to get to his feet. He's up by 8 right now, which would be a major decision if the score stayed the same as it is. 40 seconds left in the match. Metcalf trying to earn his way to the state championship. He rolls all the way through. Chancy move there, but stays on the bottom as Newhouse rolls through with him. There's 30 seconds left in the match. Metcalf still on the bottom with 20 seconds left in the match. Metcalf fights his way. Newhouse tries to roll on top. Metcalf tries to counter with 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left in the match. He stands to his feet, tries to fight, has a foot in the air with 5 seconds left. Gets taken down again, but time is going to run out.
And we got a bonus point.
The Cheesemakers' Quentin Metcalf is going to win 13-5, and he will be the first of the Cheesemakers that will move into the finals.
That's nicely done.
And on the mat down below us, it's the third round with 1 minute 25 left. Sweet Home is down 5-3. That's Spencer from Sweet Home. That would be every one of these is going to be big for the Cheesemakers as the LeGrand wrestler takes the Sweet Home wrestler down and puts him on his back. Got 2 takedown and 2 near fall points. All of a sudden it's 9-3 with 1 minute left in the match.
Oh, there you go. Don't pin him.
And LeGrand is up 10-3. Has the Sweet Home wrestler on his back. That's going to help the Cheesemakers because this is going to be tight as we go through. We've had 2 matches in the semifinals. Cheesemakers have split. They lost Haggerty. They won Metcalf. Luis Macias will be coming up next. But before then, we're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll be back after this.
Haverhill Recycling makes it easy to recycle your newspaper, glass, aluminum, tin cans, and plastic bottles. All you have to do is separate your recyclables from the rest of your disposable trash and take them to the Haverhill Recycling site on Eckloff Road. Recycling is free. All it costs is a little bit of time, but you'll feel a lot better knowing you're helping our environment and reducing the load in landfills. Haverhill Recycling is open 7 days a week, 8 to 4, located at 1315 Eckloff Road.
You work hard to make your home a warm, friendly, safe place, not only for yourself, but for your family and friends. So why stop there? Your home will be even more inviting with a concrete driveway, and it's very practical, great for shooting hoops. As a matter of fact, concrete is long-lasting, durable, and requires little or no maintenance. Coastwide Ready Mix is the right choice for low prices and high quality. Call 503-842-4437 for more information about concrete. Coastwide Ready Mix at Front and Elm Street in Tillamook.
Welcome back to OSAA On Point Credit Union State Championship Wrestling action. Randy Shield along with Elroy Thompson, broadcast crew over FM 95.9 KTIL in Tillamook. Tape delayed. This is Saturday morning. Great wrestling action at the Memorial Coliseum. We're heading to the 132-pound weight class, but at 126, the match before, a big one because Sweet Home has a wrestler on the far side named Watkins. He's the number 4 seed. He's taking on Tate, the number 1 seed. And that is a 3-3 match with a minute left in it. Both wrestlers are up. Macias will be coming up right after this. The Malala wrestler, Tate, reaches in, tries to get a single leg, but he's pretty high on it. He reaches around behind, still in position, no point scored.
Got to get his hand out.
Stays on top, and there he is. Tate gets the 2-point takedown with a minute left over the Sweet Home wrestler. The reason this is so big is that the Cheesemakers and Sweet Home, they're the two that are going to battle this out for the state title, as Tillamook right now has 165 points and Sweet Home has 137. Tate controlling Watkins. Tate from Malala, Watkins from Sweet Home with 40 seconds left in the match. As they continue, let's look at Luis Macias at 132 pounds coming up on that far mat number 5. He's going to take on Cody Comenis from Marshfield, and Comenis a junior, Macias a senior, but Comenis as good as you can get. And
Tate got 2 more points over there, so that's...
Yep, Malala wrestler is ahead 7-3 with 10 seconds left, so that will be the second Sweet Home wrestler in these semis to go down, although they have their strength coming.
Yep.
And so that was a good place for the Cheesemakers not to have an upset. The next one would be a great place to have an upset because Macias is an underdog against Comenis. 132 pounds. Macias won in 28 seconds and in a minute 26 in his first 2.
He's not a thrower, but he is good on his feet. And I think he matches up with the kid from Marshfield very well here.
Kid from Marshfield is not a real physical-looking kid.
No, but he's a lot like Haggerty.
Yeah,
He's got the long, lean body, and he is tough.
So Luis Macias, boy, great crowd on hand here today for the semis, which you always see. Macias, Comenis. Macias from Tillamook, a senior, the 4 seed against the top seed in the tournament at 132 pounds from Marshfield, Cody Comenis. They're waiting for the mat next to him to finish up. Has about 20 seconds left, and 11-5. It's going to be a LeGrand victory there. As Macias pacing the mat over there. I say it's going to be a LeGrand victory, and then the guy almost rolled himself onto his back. But that will finish, and here we go. Luis Macias. Wrestling starts. Hands flailing. Macias, double leg shot. Takes him down immediately. Boy, that was a quick shot. Inside cradle, and he tries to roll him over. Hasn't gotten any back points yet. Still working on it. Driving as he has him in the cradle, but Cometas grabbing to hold that leg.
Needs to lift the knee.
He keeps stuck, and there, 1 count. Didn't get more than that. He needs 2 counts to get back points out of this. He's got 2 on the takedown. And now, are they going to keep it going? They did. They had a wrestler from another mat come over onto their mat, and out of bounds they go. Didn't end up getting any back points out of it. Did get the 2-point takedown, and Macias looks like he's going to release him. Puts his hands on his back in the referee position and lets him up. It's 2-1. Cometas shoots that time. Macias counters. Macias obviously likes to be on his feet. He slides back to the middle of the mat, recenters himself. Halfway through the first period, Macias with a 1-0 lead. 2-1 lead. Waiting and waiting again. Macias shoots with a double leg, only ends up with 1, but he picks it up. Now he's got to try to trip. Grabs ahead, he's going to try to throw. He gets a little bit too high, comes back to his feet. Nothing comes out of it. They both stand up again. Macias steps in, now slides out. Cometas has not taken a shot yet as they tie up head-to-head with 30 seconds left in the first round.
He's more of a defensive wrestler. I think he wants you to make a mistake, and then he capitalizes on that.
Macias shoots, but it's right out into the scorer's table, so they stop them both. And up position, they come to the middle of the mat again. Semifinal action. The winner of this will be wrestling for a state championship tonight. Macias reaches in, grabs a double leg, takes him down, puts him on his back. Right out on the outside. He's going to get back points as well, I think. Yep. Hanging on with his toes to stay in bounds. Tries to draw him back.
Here.
And they'll say they're out of bounds. 2-point takedown, 2-point near fall.
Only 2?
Yeah. 6-1.
Holy cow.
Looked like he had 3 counts out there.
Boy.
Back to the referee's position. Macias stays on top this time because there's only 3 seconds left. And that is the end of a very good first round for Luis Macias.
Both up. Yep.
They will choose up. And here we go to the second round. Cometas, the number 1 seed, down 6-1 to the Cheesemakers Macias.
Can't get complacent here. We just got to keep after him.
Macias.
No tie-ups. Just stay out there. Take your shot when he steps in.
Just underway in the second round. They work to the right side of the mat. Macias, head ties up. There's a shot by Cometas. Yeah. Grabs a single leg of Macias. Going to stand him up. They're right on the edge of the mat. Macias wisely spreads out and backs off the mat. Heady play that time. They're going to keep it going. A shot off the mat again. And now, they're going to say a stalling warning on Macias.
Yeah, when you back out like that, that's automatic.
Minute 25 left. Double leg shot again by Macias. Slides through. He's going to get the 2-point takedown again. He's going to lead 8-1.
That's what we got to do. We just got to stay on the offense and not let him start taking shots.
Macias, every time he's shot with a double leg, has ended up with nothing worse than at least 1 leg out of it. Now he's going to slide up, try to work the cradle as Cometas tries to stand. It's 8-1, halfway through the match. Macias with the lead.
There you go.
They're going to work to the edge of the mat. Always a safe place to be.
Especially when you're ahead.
Yep, when you're ahead 8-1. And off the mat they go, and they'll move back to the middle of the mat. Macias in the top of the referee's position. Wrestling starts again. Cometas tries to stand up. It appears that Macias is the stronger of the 2 wrestlers.
Well, I think him coming up 3 weight classes made a big difference. Although Macias came up 2 weight classes too from last year. He was a 120-pounder.
Riding on top with 30 seconds left. Sitting back on the hips, Macias.
Got to be careful. Don't want
to get too high. Yeah,
just right him.
Needs to stay back on him. As Cometas looks to want to grab, trap an arm, and then roll over. Cometas stands up and finally gets away. It's 8-2. Back to the middle they go. Cometas takes a shot. Macias counters. spreads out nicely with 4 seconds left, 3 seconds left in the second round, and 2 rounds are over. It's 8-2, Macias with the lead. They move to Cormetis, wants to be on top.
Yep.
Macias has not been on the bottom yet.
He's pretty quick here. He's got a good stand-up.
Macias stands up, gets flopped right back down, has his left arm caught, tries to get rid of that hand on his wrist. He's got his head buried. Macias, as Cormetis tries to find an arm and get it behind him and try to roll him over. Macias, nope, almost tilted him to the near side. Macias got that arm up high, got to keep it free, and he does. Now he stands to his feet, scrambles out of bounds.
He's got to get his hand up at the beginning. He's dropping his left hand as he stands up. He's got to get that hand up high.
Out in front of his head instead of back behind where he can catch that arm bar. Cormetis.
See how he's catching?
Takes him down. Now he spins around.
He got his hand up that time?
He did, and he gets free. 9-2. Macias leads over the number 1 seed. This would be a huge upset.
This is where you want to go after him.
Macias with 1:19 left in the match. Shoots in, but is countered. Now reaches around, gets behind him, and takes him down. Gets a little bit high in a scramble out on the edge. And they'll blow the whistle and take him back to the middle of the mat again. Macias with 1:10 left. Seems like an eternity right now. Macias on top. Breaks him down again.
Yep, just ride the wrist. Stay on his hips and ride the wrist.
1 minute exactly left in the match. 11-2. Macias with the lead. Macias has been warned for stalling once. That's probably the least of the concerns right now, especially when you're on top.
Yeah, just stay on the wrist. Stay right where you're at. Let the clock run.
39 seconds left and counting. Macias could earn his way in to a state championship match tonight. 30 seconds left. He picks up a heel. Cormetis tries to stand up. Cormetis gets to his feet. Macias all the way off to the edge of the mat, but he hung on from behind and does not give up the escape. There's 24 seconds remaining. Macias. Cormetis stands up. Macias drags him down again.
Doing a great job of staying on his hips and controlling his hands.
He's doing a fantastic job with 15 seconds left. This could be the first Cheesemaker upset win of this semifinal round. With 7 seconds left. Cormetis spins around, grabs a leg. 2 seconds left. Gets a reversal. And that'll cost the Cheesemakers a point. But Macias, most importantly, is going to win it 11-4. Macias.
That's the one I predicted.
And that was a huge, huge win for the Cheesemakers at 132 pounds. Now we've got another same situation at 138 pounds. It's Chad Werner taking on Kane Nixon from Cascade. Chad Werner for the Cheesemakers is the number 5 seed. This would be even a bigger upset, although Chad Werner finished second in the state a year ago. Chad Werner at 138 pounds.
Well, he's definitely capable of beating Nixon.
Wrestlers start in the middle. They tie up as the Cheesemakers have won 2 in a row. Can they make it 3? Nixon dives in, takes a shot, left leg. Up on top, sitting on top of him is Werner. Not sure how this is going to end up. As Werner tries to sprawl out, Nixon picks him up. Now Nixon has a leg and breaks. And they both end up in the up position again.
Wow, that
was weird. Werner ended up almost sitting on his head.
Nixon's pretty quick.
Yeah, he's quick and he shoots low. Shoots in for a double leg there, but countered nicely by Werner. They end up tied up ear to ear again, both on their feet. 1:15 left in the first round. Semifinal action, Chad Werner. Nixon again shoots low. Werner again counters. Tied up ear to ear again. Back to the feet they go.
2 totally different wrestlers. Chad wants to tie up and control you, and the other kid, he wants to shoot. he wants to untie and get low on below your knee on the shots. And
yep. And almost throw. Nixon a little bit behind, and that is 2-point takedown for Nixon as he get out to the edge of the mat. Warner still on all fours, not broken down, and out of bounds they go. That was not a real aggressive takedown. It was just kind of threw him through and slid.
Little slide by.
Yep. And ended up in control, and so Warner is down with 33 seconds left. The key to this is always, can you get that 1-point escape before the end of the period? Warner stands up, but Nixon has a leg. Warner spreads out, and he's going to get free. 1-point escape. They try to throw, and Nixon, same thing, is going to get the 2-point takedown there again.
Same move.
The exact same move. Just slid by on the right side. Not aggressive at all. And now Warner, flat out on the mat with 7 seconds left, is down 4-1. Chad Warner, as the period ends, in a little bit of trouble. As we've seen from Nixon, 2 shots low and then 2 slide-bys.
Slide-by, yep.
And Warner chooses down to start the second round.
Well, escaping the takedown puts you right back in this.
Ties you. Warner stands up, tries to break the hands off that right knee, tries to spin, but then both legs grabbed by Nixon. Nixon going to lift one, then break the other down. Warner tries to spin to the right side. Nixon riding him a little bit high, but maintains his control. Breaks him down again. Chad Warner, the number 5 seed against the number 1 seed Nixon. Nixon has had control or been in control the entire match so far. Chad's got to get to his feet if he wants to return to the state championship bout like he did a year ago. And off they go at the 9 o'clock area of the mat. And back to the middle. In the referee's position they will come. 1:18 left in the second round. 4-1, Nixon from Cascade with the lead.
He's going to have to score some points. You can't let him ride him so much. He's going to.
Nixon, as Warner stands up. Nixon, potentially dangerous. I didn't see where that was, but Warner had gotten to his feet. Nixon.
Anytime you have the legs in and you stand up, they call that potentially dangerous. And if he does it again, if he stood up like this and put him in again, then they'd call stalling.
Warner stands up and then is broken down again. Nixon does a nice job keeping the weight out over the head there, and he looks to try to roll him up, and he rolled him over. Going to get back points there. Warner fighting for his life on the bottom.
Oh, no.
And there's the pin. Warner goes down by way of fall, so Chad Warner will move into the consolation side. And the Cheesemakers are 2-2 in the semifinal round. Next action is going to be Tommy Cruz at 152 pounds. Before that, we'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be back after this.
Start your next home project at Kimmel's True Value Hardware and Appliance. Check out their February bargains of the month. There's great prices on everything throughout the store. True Value is your one-stop for do-it-yourself home projects, whether it's fall, winter, spring, or summer. And, just in case, you can visit them for all your snow removal needs at the corner of First and Ivy in Tillamook. Kimmel's True Value, behind every project is a true value. Go Mooks!
Hopkins Logging of Tillamook wishes our wrestlers the best of luck at state. 4th-generation loggers, Hopkins is proud that America's most productive forests and most effective environmental protections are here in Oregon. They know loggers are the on-the-ground specialists who plant, grow, and harvest the sustainable forests that make Oregonians proud. Today's forest contractor is a logging professional who manages forestry operations through innovation, technology, utilization, and high environmental standards. They know in wrestling, as in life, if you don't like the results, only you can change them.
Welcome back to OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship Wrestling action. It's semifinal round. Cheesemakers are 2-2 so far in the round as we carry this to you tape delayed back to Tillamook as we will piece this together and figure out when we can get it on the air for you so you can relive the excitement of the state semifinal round. OSAA Today, check out OSAA Today. For news, polls, and stories on the latest Oregon high school sports and activities, go to www.osaa.org and find the OSAA Today section. Share stories, ideas, and even become a contributor. Visit OSAA today. Also, need extra spending money and want to give back to student athletes? Become an athletic official. There's a big shortage of officials in Oregon, and we need you now more than ever. Visit www.newofficials.org. And here we go at 152 pounds, Tommy Cruz. Tommy, underdog, is the number 6 seed against the number 1 from Sweet Home. The only time that Sweet Home and Tillamook will match up or square off together is right here. Tommy Cruz, the underdog to Thorpe from Sweet Home. Have they wrestled before?
No, they have not. We wrestled Nemai against Thorpe the last time, and Nemai was ahead 10-2, and with 30 seconds to go, and ended up getting thrown and pinned.
Cruz in a scramble there as a throw by Thorpe throws Cruz down. He tries to roll his way out of it, but he's going to end up giving 2 points on the takedown, and out of bounds they go. So Cruz down 2-0. These are both very similar built kids, very physical. Cruz on the bottom, Thorpe on top. Cruz tries to roll his way through. If he can sit back out, he cannot as he gets that right arm stuck behind him. Now he stands to his feet, try to break the hands loose, and he gets the escape.
Nice job, Tommy.
2-1. And then he turns and almost threw himself on his back, and he gives up the 2-point takedown. He tried to throw him across, and Cruz ended up on his back, but he rolled out of it and is down only 4-1. It could have been a lot worse. Sweet Home also has a wrestler in the same weight class on the other mat. It could be an all Sweet Home final. Cruz goes off the mat and has a little bit of blood, and they will go over and start the blood clock at 5 minutes and wipe that up.
This match here is going to be really close. This Martin is really talented, and so is the Sweet Home kid.
Baxter from Sweet Home, Martin from Marshfield. Baker, sorry.
It's a toss-up.
No, so Cruz gets his blood taken care of, and they will go back to the middle of the mat. Cruz is down 4-1 for the Cheesemakers. Wrestling starts again with 40 seconds left in this first round. Be nice to get another escape here.
Yes, it would.
He stands to his feet, arches his back, spins around, but gets taken back down again.
Got to get his hips and feet away.
He was almost there, kind of stumbled coming out of it. And now there's 20 seconds left in the round. Cruz, the 6th seed, as Thorpe works the arm bar. Thorpe almost got too high. Cruz
got one.
I think should get one, and there they give it to him with 4 seconds left. And it almost got to a place where he could end up getting a takedown or reversal in that. They're both on their feet with 3 seconds left. And that's the end of the first period. It's 4-2. Sweet Home's Thorpe leads over Cruz from Tillamook. Sweet Home also ahead 2-1 on the other mat. Cruz will be down to start the second period. I think he chose that. Spreads out. Thorpe gets the left arm behind his back. Cruz got to try to free that up. Lays flat in the middle of the mat. Cruz has shown that he can get to his feet, but Thorpe high right now, working on that left arm, trying to get the arm bar in.
We got to get our hips off the mat here. We're going to have any chance of getting away.
Cruz down pretty tight now on his belly, reaches back, tries to grab a leg. Thorpe doing a nice job keeping his weight centered, and there's a potentially dangerous hold. And they will go back about 18 inches to the referee's position.
They're calling those arm bars.
Yes, they are.
I didn't see anything there, but
Cruz tries to roll through and now gets himself stuck on his back, and he's given up back points. Going to try to roll over. He gets out of it, but he gave up 2 back points as well.
It's hard enough to beat these kind of guys, not giving away points like that.
Yeah, that would work against a wrestler that is not of the caliber of Thorpe.
Yeah.
Now back face down at 6-2. Thorpe with a lead over Cruz. Thorpe working on that left arm. Slides back to the right. He's going to run it up over the top. Cruz going to be in trouble unless he can slide out of that as he flips over. And no back points there. Boy, that arm bar was ridden pretty hard by Thorpe.
Now they called the other one, but he wasn't putting any pressure. That one there, he almost tears it out of the socket, and they don't call it.
Ton of pressure that time.
I don't understand what they're calling.
20 seconds left, and now he turned him on his back. Cruz on his back. Thorpe on top. Don't want to give up back points or a fall here at all. With 10 seconds left in the period, in the second period. Cruz fighting for his life and fighting for a couple points. And that he will make it to the end of the period, but he's going to be down 9-2. Sweet Home ahead on the other mat, 8-3. We head to the final period. Cruz has got to do something special. He's going to have to get a fall here probably to win this thing. Cruz stands to his feet, breaks free. It's 9-3. He's down 6. 1:45 left between him and either the consolation round or a state championship round. They end up in a scramble. Both go down, but both get back up again. Cruz looks tired. He's been fighting this whole match trying to stay alive. A spin move there.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
By Sweet Home and a single leg takedown. It's 11-3. Minute 19 left. Now you start looking at points on the board, and Cruz, you'd hope, can cut this lead to 7.
So he's got to come up to his knees here, and we're just sitting.
He looks like he's tired. Got his head buried in the mat, now has an arm behind his back as Thorpe works on that.
Well, you take a kid of his caliber and let him ride you for
no
4 minutes, and that's kind of what's happened, and it wears on you after a while.
Yeah, Thorpe has worked Cruz over pretty good in this. Cruz continues to work. Now he's going to look to get Thorpe trying to get a half Nelson in with a right hand as he keeps that left arm behind his back. A warning of stalling on red. That would be Cruz. 29 seconds left. Cruz just flat on the mat.
Well, now he's just trying to survive, not give up the pinpoints.
And I'm sure the coaches are looking to try to get one more escape out of this. 14 seconds left. Try to take 1 point away from Sweet Home, who's going to score an extra point on that mat and on the near mat. And Tommy is done. He will lose 11-3. So the Cheesemakers are 2-3 in this semifinal round. Thorpe looked tough in that one.
He is tough.
Because we've seen what Cruz does to everybody else.
Yeah.
Thorpe just did that to Cruz.
He did.
So now we turn around and Miguel Nemai.
Got the same score here for Sweet Home on the near mat here.
Sweet Home leads 11-3 there. It's looking to be an all Sweet Home final at 152 pounds, and they're going to score some big points.
Yeah.
And Roy, you projected after this round the Cheesemakers would probably be trailing.
Yes.
And right now it is, before that match, it was Tillamook 176, Sweet Home 163. And now Sweet Home could be looking for a pin on the near mat at 152. Got to stay alive there with 2, 1, and there is no fall, but there is near fall points, and Sweet Home will have both kids in the finals at 152 pounds. At least you know how you can score that.
Yes, that's easy to score.
And here we go with Miguel Nemai. Nemai, the number 4 seed, against the number 1 Robinson from LeGrand. Nemai throws him in a head and arm, but then throws himself right through and gets taken down. He was so close to having 2 points for the fall or takedown and 2 more near fall points.
Robertson did a good job of rolling him through there.
Yep. Robertson on top, Nemai on the bottom. Robinson riding him with his leg, trying to work that arm. Gets a little bit high if Nemai can get out. Now he works back on the hips. Robinson, big thighs. Low center of gravity. Nemai reaches back. He's going to try to stand up out of this. He gets to his feet. Not sure if he was looking to try to roll there or if he got taken down by Robinson. Robinson behind. Now going to try to run that arm bar again. And he rolls up and turns Nemai over. Going to give up back points. Nemai is arched over the top of Robinson. Going to be 3 near fall points at least, at best. And Nemai still on the double arm bar now. Falls. So Nemai loses by way of fall to Robinson from LeGrand. So that's a tough loss for the Cheesemakers there. Not a surprise. But
I thought it'd be a little bit better match than that.
Yeah, I certainly thought so as well. As the Cheesemakers are now 2 wins and 4 losses in the semis. Coming into this, Elroy, you thought if we had 3 wins, it's probably about where we'd expect. If we got 4 out of the 8, it'd be a huge win.
Yes.
And
we have 2 more guys, our senior leaders, coming up, so they're both capable of getting wins here. So
Caleb Warner and Fabian Nemai are the next 2 up for the Cheesemakers. I think they're going to hold this match until the one on the other mat is completed with another Sweet Home wrestler leading 2-1. So next up will be Caleb Warner. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this 1-minute message.
Flavors on First. That's the food truck pavilion right next to Kimmel's on First Street in downtown Tillamook. There's something there for everyone. Asian fusion food at Sab Thai, Nani Papa with Hawaiian lunch plates, teriyaki chicken, yakisoba, Haagen-Tots, serving up your traditional favorites, pulled pork sandwiches, tater tots, fried macaroni and cheese. New carts are opening soon too. For cheap eats, great food, Flavors on First. Proud to be sponsors of Tillamook Wrestling.
This winter, don't wonder about safe driving. Instead, swing by Les Schwab Tire's Winter Don't Wonder event. Then don't wonder if you have the right tire, because we're introducing our best all-terrain tire ever, the new Open Range AT, only at Les Schwab. Specifically designed so you don't wonder about safe driving in snow, sleet, or sideways rain. Also save up to $200 on a set of 4 tires, depending on tire size, on last year's bestseller, the Open Country AT2. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing matters.
Welcome back to OSAA On Point Mortgage or Credit Union State Championship action semifinals as Sweet Home just picks up another fall at 160 pounds. And that was a tough weight class for the Cheesemakers there as we now look to move to 170 with Caleb Warner. He'll be taking on Rushton from Baker. Rushton pinned Kuhn yesterday. This is going to be a tough one for the number 1 seed. This time the number 1 seed is from Tillamook. Tillamook is 2 wins and 4 losses so far in the semifinal round, and Sweet Home has made a surge as they put 3 wins, 2 by major decision and 1 by fall, into the finals in the last 2 weight classes. They'll bring the wrestlers together. Rushton in his purple singlet with a big B on his hip, and Warner in his black singlet with a big red on his hip. And we're wrestling. Tied up head to head. Warner goes to a knee, trying to stay low. Warner reaches in, pulls the head down. Tries to work around. If he can pull him through and slide around, he'll get the takedown, but
elbow too deep here.
Rushton counters nicely, gets back up to his feet. Rushton has a hold of that elbow, keeping Warner from going around, as they're now both on their knees. Tied up, arms and head, straight ahead. Now they break and come to the standing position again. They move out to the outside third of the mat. Tie up again, down in the knee position. Warner tries to reach through and grab a leg. Can't do that, so they're back again. Rushton has his head down below Warner. And stalemate apparently, and they'll go back to the middle and start again. Halfway through the first round, Rushton tries to take a shot a little bit high. Now Warner slides over. He's going to get a 2-point takedown, and he's going to get back points. Caleb Warner has him on his back. Slides a little bit too high. Rushton slides out of it. Warner stays in control. Rushton now stands up and has the legs. No escape points given until now. It is 5-1, Warner with the lead. Back into the same position that they were in before. Tied up, both on their feet, head to head. Warner tries to throw him there, and now he reaches through, looks for a cradle, but he's got a knee caught with 15 seconds left in the round. Rushton has a leg of Warner. Warner breaks that leg free. Just wiggled that leg out of there. Warner, if he can get rid of the arm, may get a takedown here. No, there's only 4 seconds left. I don't think that's going to happen. And that is the end of the first period.
That was a good first period for us.
Sweet Home has taken the lead over Tillamook, 187 to 176 in team score. Tillamook really needs Caleb Warner and Miguel Nemai. Warner up 5-1. Riding on top in the referee's position now.
Yeah, don't give him anything. Just ride the hips and keep the hands. Control the wrists.
Going to try to work half Nelson from the left side and then sits back on top when he didn't get anything there. Now he gets on the outside of the body again as Rechman stands up. He's broken down by Warner again. Caleb Warner trying to work that left arm, but he's caught up a little bit high. Rushton stands up. Warner breaks him down again from behind. He's trying to work a little bit high now on the left side, but he centers his hips and gets back over the top again. Tries to go inside cradle. I think he's got a hold on him if he can run it over the top. I cannot get it. Maybe he still can. He does. He gets some back points.
It'd be nice if we get a fall here.
Got some back points. Going to get at least 3. Got him on the inside cradle and let go of it now. Didn't quite have a good enough hold on that, but he did get 3 near fall points and leads now 8-1. Caleb Warner with 49 seconds left in the second period. Rechman stands up, gets to his feet. Warner going to try to get that again, but Rushton finally escapes. It's 8-2. Warner wrestling with confidence right now. 30 seconds left, second round. Shot by Rushton. He's got a leg of Warner. Now he fights, hasn't given up any points yet. The leg is they're both facing the same direction on their knees next to each other with 20 seconds left. Warner keeps an arm in there as long as he finally gave up the arm and he gives up the takedown. It's 8-4. Rushton on top.
On your knees, there you go.
With 5 seconds remaining in the second period. And that will end the second period. We have 1 period remaining. Tillamook with a 4-point lead going into this final period. And Warner is going to be on top in this final period. They start again. Rushton on the bottom. Warner tries for that inside cradle again. I don't think he's gotten his hands locked. He does not, so now he's just hanging on to a leg. Rushton going to slide out, and he gets the escape.
See, we need to just stay on his hips and control his hands there. We're giving up points that we shouldn't.
Rushton tries to shoot. It's 8-5. It's a 3-point match. Number 1 seed from Tillamook, Caleb Warner. Rushton moves in, now backs up. Warner ties up the arms with 1:20 left. Time going so slowly when you're ahead. Rushton shoots in, double leg, countered there.
Get your hips back.
By Warner. Warner reaches in. Rushton tries to shoot for a leg, now backs out. Werner holds him down. They're face to face.
Get your head up.
Rushton tries to get the head and arm,
and
on top, Werner ends up with a takedown. It just slid through as he had the head, and he couldn't quite hang on to it. Well, he couldn't hang on to it because Werner was too strong. He gets the inside cradle and going to try to roll him onto back points again.
Get behind him.
Didn't get it there, and he's out in front with 40 seconds left. He leads 10-5. Caleb Werner.
Get your elbow out of there.
Lets him go. Yeah, he didn't let him go. Rushton got loose. 30 seconds left. Rushton takes a shot. It's 10-6 now. Caleb Werner with a 4-point lead. 22 seconds left.
Stay right there.
Stalling warning on Werner.
Get away from him.
With 15 seconds left. He can back as Rushton tries to throw him, and all of a sudden gets a 2-point takedown, and he's got him on his back.
Yeah.
Ball with 7 seconds left in the match. He gets the win, and he earns 2 extra points as Caleb Werner gets the fall with 7 seconds remaining, and Rushton took a chance trying to throw Werner. Werner counted and ended up putting Rushton on his back. A huge exchange there as Caleb Werner picks up a trip to the state championships later on tonight.
Woo.
And 2 extra points that the Cheesemakers desperately need when they were down 187-186 to Sweet Home. Wow, that was a great match.
That was, holy cow, that's hard. That's intense right there.
That was a great match for Caleb Werner at 170 pounds. And now we'll move to 182 pounds with Fabian Nemai. Fabian Nemai, the final wrestler in the semis for the Cheesemakers, will be coming up, and he's taking on Stearns. Stearns, a 5 seed from Philomath. Do you know anything about him?
No. He's an average wrestler. Probably happy to be where he's at. He got on the easiest part of the bracket down there. Adams was, I think, from Marshfield, who's, I think, probably got 25 wins, but probably has 15 losses, something like that, I'm guessing. And
where do you rate Nemai for the Cheesemakers? Is
he was our best at the beginning of the season, our best shot at winning a state title.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I put him as our number one guy. If I had to bet my house and say who's going to win a state championship for Tillamook, it would be Nemai.
Okay.
He does some funky stuff, though.
Okay, here we go. We're going to find out. We hope that funky's good funky in this case. At 182 pounds, Fabian Nemai and Stearns. They square off. Stearns, one wearing shorts, looks like a basketball uniform, not a wrestling singlet. They tie up in the middle. Nemai trying to drag him back as Stearns backs out to the edge of the mat. Hand fighting. Looking, waiting.
Probably one of the strongest kids I've coached.
Fabian Nemai, a senior. Counters as Stearns takes a shot. Fabian shakes him down, but they're both on their feet again. He wraps up, gets in tight. Looks to pick him up. Just going to try to hug him and throw him down, and he does. He just manhandled him to the mat.
He's just crazy strong.
2-point takedown. Now we'll see what he can do from on top. He reaches through the legs and grabs an arm. Drags him down. Not sure what he's going to do with this here. As Sweet Home also has a wrestler at 182 pounds on the other mat that quickly takes the lead. Fabian hanging on to a leg as standing up and running off the mat. They'll give the 1-point escape to Stearns. So it's 2-1. Tillamook. Nemai and Stearns. Stearns takes a shot, double leg shot. Nemai counters nicely. He ends up in the top position, and now he actually gets the takedown and turns him over. He's getting some back points and has a chance. He cinches up the head and arm, pushes him down to the mat. Fabian Nemai fall. Fabian Nemai gets a pin, and the Cheesemakers go back-to-back with pins at 170 and 180, or 170 and 182 pounds, and the Cheesemakers will have 4 wrestlers in the finals tonight.
Wow, that is exciting.
As the Cheesemakers stay within reach of Sweet Home, as Sweet Home has now scored 200 points. Tillamook before that had 189 points. And so a very active and fluid state tournament right now between the Cheesemakers and the Sweet Home Huskies. Great wrestling action as Fabian Nemai with the win. We're going to stay with you because there's 3 more semifinal rounds, and that'll be Neocani wrestlers coming up here in just a moment. But before that, we're going to go ahead and take a 1-minute break. We'll be back after this.
Haver Landscaping Materials specializes in the sale of a wide variety of landscaping products tailored to help you create your own yard masterpiece. They offer a variety of landscaping supplies, bark dust, bedrock, composts, and fertilizers. Haver Landscaping also has great advice on how to grow your lawn to perfection. Call them today for a free estimate. Haver Landscaping is open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 4. Call them at 503-801-1214 or see their website at haverlandscapingmaterialsinc.com.
This is your best chance to get behind the wheel of a new Ford. For a limited time, get big cash back, long-term financing as low as 0%, and great lease offers on a wide selection of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. This is the best way to explore, on the road or off, in a new Ford SUV. Or tackle everything on your to-do list with a built Ford Tough F-Series truck. For details on current offers, go to buyfordnow.com.
Then head to Tillamook Motors on the friendly corner of 5th and Main in downtown Tillamook.
Due to the length of this broadcast, we now move ahead and will only be able to bring you the semifinal action of one of the Neocani wrestlers.
Welcome back to OSA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship action semifinals, as at 220-pound Tristan Bennett from Neocani will be coming out onto the mat. He just watched his younger brother lose to a kid from Rogue River, and
he's moving a little bit better today.
He is. He looked like a back was bothering him yesterday. Tambellini is the kid, Gabriel Tambellini from Rogue River, that he'll be facing. Tambellini won 4-2 yesterday. Bennett won by fall in the second round, but he was behind before he got to there. Tambellini backing up as they start the match. Tambellini, I don't know if he's seen Bennett before or not, but apparently his reputation precedes him. Bennett ties him up, wraps him up, rolls him over.
This isn't going to take long.
This is not going to take long. Puts him on his back, pinches him down. Official looking in. And Bennett looks up, trying to earn his way into the state championship for the 3rd year in a row. He's defending back-to-back state titles. Tambellini still trying to survive in the bottom. Bennett getting a little bit high on him now. Tambellini trying to squirm loose. Got him wrapped up with a shoulder. Bennett says, "What's it take?"
Yeah.
It looks like he's playing with his little brother and just shoving his back down, and there's the fall. Tristan Bennett, that was just a flat manhandle there.
Yes, it was.
There was nothing special about that. That was just walk out, grab Tambellini, put him on his back, sit on him long enough to cry uncle, and go on.
That looked like last year when he was here. Just take you down, put you on your back, and, wrestle for 20 seconds.
Tristan Bennett going to move into the state championship for the 3rd year in a row. He finished 3rd as a freshman, back-to-back state titles after that, and he'll be wrestling tonight at 220 pounds for the state title. And so Neocani will have 1 wrestler in the finals tonight. Tillamook, 4 wrestlers in the final later on, and we'll have that for you right here as well. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back this evening with state championship wrestling as Tillamook trailing Sweet Home right now, looking to pick up their 4th state championship, but that's going to be a tough one.
Well, I thought there's one more round here before the placing rounds, and I had it almost dead even after this next round's over going into the placing. And so it's come out just like I thought it would. So
should be a lot of fun. We'll be right back here this evening with 5 state championship bouts and state championship trophy awarded to either Sweet Home or Tillamook. Should be a lot of fun.
Yep.
We'll be back on this tape-delayed broadcast after this 1-minute break.
Mook Wrestling knows what it takes to create a top-notch wrestling program. It takes everyone: coaches, volunteers, parents. Wrestling is a tradition in Tillamook. It instills values in our young people, builds character, and work ethic. And it happens because of dedicated coaches and athletes and a strong community tie to ensure support throughout the season. The tradition is strong in Tillamook, and Mook Wrestling knows the experience produces champions off the mat too. And in the long term, that's what counts.
Like most motorists today, you may be keeping your vehicle longer. You need a trusted professional auto repair shop. You need SR Repair. They offer full maintenance services for most domestic and Asian vehicles. Also offering brake repairs and replacements, auto electrical diagnosis, and major component replacements if needed. It might be easier to call and see what SR Repair doesn't offer. SR Repair on the corner of 7th and Pacific in downtown Tillamook. Proud supporter of Tillamook Sports.
Welcome back to OSAA On Point Community Credit Union. State Championship Wrestling action. Randy Shield along with Elroy Thompson, your broadcast crew. It is now on tape delay Saturday night as we get ready for championship action. Just to recap what's gone on since the earlier part of this broadcast, it's been the placing matches. Those went on all afternoon. Because of length, we didn't have time to carry each one of those, but let's give you a quick rundown of how the kids in the consolation side did. Remember, Tillamook has 4 in the finals. At 113 pounds, Keegan Haggerty took third place, winning by way of fall, and then a great match in the fourth place to pick up that third place trophy. Great outing and tournament for Keegan as a sophomore. Chad Werner ended up in third place as well, as he had a great run there. Tommy Cruz lost just a heartbreaker, one where he was leading until the final 20 seconds, actually leading 3-0.
Yeah.
And then got thrown on his back, gave up 5 points, and lost at the buzzer for 5th place. He will take away 6th place. But then we came down to 2 kids on the mat at the same time. Miguel Nemai on one mat, Alex Werner on the other. Both of them were behind, and all of a sudden,
both of them were on their back.
Both of them on their back looked like they were going to lose, and both of them reversed and got pins within about 3 seconds of each other. Nemai took 3rd place. Alex Werner took 5th place. That was probably the turning point of this whole tournament.
Yep.
And then Tony Chacon also leading the whole way, and with 3 seconds left in the match, got taken down and ended up losing that, so he finished 4th instead of 3rd. Dawson McKibben finished 6th, and Brian Rieger came back from that knee injury, lost his first match of the afternoon, but won by fall in the 5th place match, and he earned some valuable points and fought through injuries, and so Brian Rieger will finish 5th. So Elroy, all of that done now. Where do we stand point-wise as we head into the finals?
Well, it's still not over. Sweet Home has 6 kids in the finals in 5 different weight classes. If you take first place, you get 4. You're guaranteed 4 points. If you pin your kid in the final, you get 2 more. So that means Sweet Homes can still score 30 points.
That'd be 5 points apiece since they have 6 kids, but 2 of them are wrestling each other.
Yeah.
So one of them's going to lose.
Yeah, one's going to lose. So that's the reason they can only score 6 points in 5 different weight classes.
So Tillamook has a 20-point lead. Sweet Home can score 30. Tillamook, on the other hand, could score 24 of their own.
Yes.
And in 2 different cases, they match up Tillamook against Sweet Home. So it's going to be really interesting coming down the stretch here as we head to the finals.
We're hoping we get this done early with Metcalf starting us out on a positive note.
So to remind you, the 4 wrestlers in the finals: Quentin Metcalf at 120 pounds, Luis Macias at 132 pounds, Caleb Warner at 170, and Fabian Nemai at 182 pounds. Before the finals, we had a chance to catch a very nervous Lonnie Eggert down there on the mats, and here's what Lonnie had to say. Lonnie, we're talking here right before the championship rounds. First of all, let's look back at how you've done. You're going to end up with 12 placers, I believe. Really a good effort by your kids this year to put you in position to possibly win this thing.
Yeah, we're in great position as we head into the finals with 4 finalists, and so, but we've had a good team, push here at the end with all the kids, 12 placers, and so pretty exciting. Seniors really stepped up, and some of our younger kids, and so it's a good time. We're right where we need to be to win this.
So as you look at where Sweet Home is, 20 behind you, they have 6 in the finals, you have 4 in the finals. How many of these do you think you need to win, and what are your shots in each of them?
Well, we're going to need some help because they have 6 in the finals, and so, they could score as many as 30 points, but they're going to have to beat us 2 times, and that's with them having all fall, so, it looks pretty good for us in the odds.
So let's look at each of your finalists. Tell me how you... And we'd again like to thank Lonnie Eggert for his comments before tonight's wrestling. Championship Wrestling from the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championships at the Memorial Coliseum in Portland as the Tillamook Cheesemakers get ready to try to win their 4th state championship in the history of Tillamook High School and Tillamook Wrestling. Should be a lot of fun. Our first matchup is going to be Quentin Metcalf. We'll have that after this 1-minute break for our sponsors.
Need truck transportation in Western Oregon? Look no further than TP Freight and LC Hall's Truck Lines. They blanket Western Oregon from the Cascades to the coast and throw in a little bit of Southwest Washington as well. Normal delivery time is next working day to all major points in their service area. Their company started in the 1920s and they're proud of their roots in the small communities of Western Oregon and treat their customers like their neighbors, who they value as friends. When you're in Tillamook, think TP Freight. If you've got it, a truck brought it.
Dean McKibben Insurance Agency is more than just a friendly farmer's insurance agent. Dean will make sure you have the insurance you need for your auto, home, business, and life. He can also assist you with enrollment in both group and individual health insurance plans, and with all Medicare Supplement and Medicare Advantage plan enrollment questions or concerns. Give Dean a call. He'll find the coverage that fits your needs. Dean McKibben Insurance Agency, conveniently located in downtown Tillamook, across from U.S. Bank on 4th Street. Proud sponsor of Tillamook Sports.
Welcome back to Cheesemaker Wrestling. This OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship action from the Memorial Coliseum. Before we get on to Quentin Metcalf and the finals, bonus action here as Tristan Bennett, the senior from Neoconi, the 2-time defending state champion, will be taking the mat as he will wrestle Kennedy Gooch in the state championship match. Bennett has won his first 2, both by fall. Looked like he had a little back problem on the first one. It took him till the second round, but the second match, he just went out, manhandled the guy, put him on his back, and stuck him. Last year, I don't think he wrestled for a full minute in his 3 matches to win his second state title, and so we'll get Tristan Bennett here, even though it's a Cheesemaker broadcast, going to be happy to do this as they match up in the middle, and we're wrestling. Bennett, much bigger, although both 220-pounders. Reach back, trips, throws down Gooch. Bennett on top, gets 2 points right away. Bennett going to throw him around a little bit. Looks like he's much, much stronger as he rides from on top. Bennett has only missed about half the season, maybe a little more than that, with a broken leg from the end of the football year. Bennett working on the left arm, trying to get Gooch, who's the number 2 seed in this bracket, rolled over. Bennett working on the arm bar on the left side, trying to free up the right hand. Now he's going to run with it. Gooch fighting to stay belly down, but Bennett now gets some back points, turns him up, stacks him straight up in the air, and he pins him. In 49 seconds, Tristan Bennett has become a 3-time state champion. As he holds up the fingers, he also finished with a 3rd as well. He'll go down as one of the best wrestlers ever in the history of Neoconi. I see his dad, the coach, down there on the sidelines. Happy to see that. He wasn't happy with the way the whole tournament went, but his son, Tristan, has won the state championship at 220 pounds, and he is one of the class wrestlers in this entire tournament from Neoconi High School. So Tristan Bennett wins the state title again. We're going to go away. We'll be back with the start of the Cheesemaker Finals right after this break.
Haverhill Recycling makes it easy to recycle your newspaper, glass, aluminum, tin cans, and plastic bottles. All you have to do is separate your recyclables from the rest of your disposable trash and take them to the Haverhill Recycling site on Eckloff Road. Recycling is free. All it costs is a little bit of time, but you'll feel a lot better knowing you're helping our environment and reducing the load in landfills. Haverhill Recycling is open 7 days a week, 8 to 4, located at 1315 Eckloff Road.
You work hard to make your home a warm, friendly, safe place, not only for yourself, but for your family and friends. So why stop there? Your home will be even more inviting with a concrete driveway, and it's very practical, great for shooting hoops. As a matter of fact, concrete is long-lasting, durable, and requires little or no maintenance. Coast-Wide Ready Mix is the right choice for low prices and high quality. Call 503-842-4437 for more information about concrete. Coast-Wide Ready Mix at Front and Elm Street in Tillamook.
Welcome back to Cheesemaker Wrestling, OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship action as we head to the 120-pound division. Quentin Metcalf from Tillamook, the number 1 seed at 120 pounds, going to take on Ezra McIntosh from LeGrand, the number 1 seed versus the number 3 seed. Alright, what do you know about these two?
Well, not a whole lot about McIntosh. The only thing I can tell you is last week he was the number 2 seed in the Greater Oregon tournament, but upset the kid from Baker that we beat 13-5 in the semis. But he's a tough kid. He lost to that Spencer kid earlier in the year during the Classic and came back and beat him 13-4. So he is the real deal, and we'll have to get after it to win that match.
We also got to look at the team score. Tillamook has a 20-point lead, and Tillamook either has to score 10 more or Sweet Home needs to not score their max point possible in order to get us to a place to where the Cheesemakers are state champion. A lot of that sets right here on Quentin Metcalf. Metcalf is a favorite in this. He finished 3rd 2 years in a row, has never won a state championship, and he's pretty hungry, as you heard Lonnie before tonight's match go and say he's pretty excited about this opportunity. He's just got to stay within himself. You talked about the fact that he loved to throw, and sometimes against really good competition, that can get you in trouble.
Yeah, the last 2 years, if you notice him in the semis, that's what he's been trying to do, and he gave up 5 points in the semis last year after being the number 1 seed, and it's hard to come back with this kind of competition. This year, with the hurt knee, he has had to wrestle without some of those throws, and it's made him a better wrestler.
He's coming out for the first time in the white singlet for Tillamook. They've been in their black with a red tee the whole time. Now they're in their white here in the finals. A big Tillamook contingent down there wrapped around the end of the arena as Tillamook is on mat number 1 all the way down to our left where the 4A finals will take place. This is the first of 4 Cheesemaker wrestlers in Quentin Metcalf, a junior for the Cheesemakers, as McIntosh from LeGrand has gotten here as a 3 seed by way of 2 falls and then earned his way in by a major decision in the last one, and we're ready for action. Metcalf and McIntosh. Whistle sounds, they tie up head to head. Quentin Metcalf looking to pick up his first state title. McIntosh drags him behind the head, pulls him forward. They back up, separate. Back to the middle of the mat they go. A black and yellow Army mat they're wrestling on, clear down to our left. McIntosh ties up head to head again. Metcalf sits back, waits, gets drugged down, but quickly right back to his feet again. Sporting that heavy knee brace on the right leg. Metcalf has a knee brace, not quite as heavy, but on his left. Continue to tie up there. Almost halfway through the first period of wrestling. In a little bit tight. Metcalf looked like he wanted to slide in and try to throw, but they break again. McIntosh grabs in, gets a leg. Metcalf has a foot up in the air now. Off to the side of the mat they go and out of bounds. You know, with a lot of wrestlers, when their opponent gets a leg and lifts it up, you think they're in trouble. I'm not sure that's always the case with Metcalf.
Yeah, when you have a thrower, you got to be real careful about traveling too fast because they can throw you.
They tie up in the middle again. 45 seconds left in the first round. No score. You expect these finals to be tight and the wrestlers to be somewhat tight as well. Metcalf, McIntosh, tied ear to ear, pushing each other back and forth. Official next to him says, come on, let's wrestle. The finals should be fun. As Metcalf tries to take a shot, McIntosh counters. He flaps a hand out there like he wants to take a shot, but not really. 12 seconds left in the first round. No points scored. Metcalf shoots. McIntosh swings around to the side, and they stalemate again. And the first period will end without a major attempt at a takedown on either side. A little bit surprised there. Wrestled that more like a 220-pounder rather
pretty cautious
than a 120-pounder. I would think McIntosh is happy to try to shrink this match down to a single period if he could get it there.
Yes.
Metcalf going to be on top of the referee's position. Picks up McIntosh, throws him back down again. McIntosh gets to his feet, going to try to spin out. Metcalf trying to get him to the edge of the mat. McIntosh.
Got to be careful or you get the stalling call.
Bends over and takes him down right on the edge of the mat and out of bounds. They'll go back to the middle. Minute 43 left, second round. Metcalf on top again in the referee's position. He breaks him down. Metcalf rides, going to try to work on his left hand, but McIntosh stands to his feet. Metcalf has his arms wrapped around his belly. Now tries to push him forward.
Just a little tilt here.
And breaks him back down as McIntosh stands up to his feet again. Picks him up, throws him down. Metcalf does this time. Tries for the half Nelson with a right hand. Can't get it. And now he's dragging him to the side of the mat. Going to try to work him around. He's got the left arm up. Going to try to turn him, but McIntosh does a nice job countering. Out of bounds they go again.
I can't tell how much time is that, a minute 5 or
1:05. There is no minute number on the clock turned closest to us. Metcalf out of the referee's position again. Sweeps down, takes the leg, picks him up. McIntosh stands up again. Metcalf drags him down and then flips him over. He's going to get some back points out of this. Got 2 at least, now 3. Metcalf a little bit high. He's got to settle back as he still has on top. McIntosh up. Metcalf throws him to the back again, but this time it's out of bounds. Only going to give him 2 points.
Holy cow.
I thought he counted 3.
Well, you got to count 5.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
So he only got 2 points out of that. It is 2-0. Metcalf with a lead with 43 seconds left in the second round. Metcalf on top to the middle again. Tries to sit out to the right side, does McIntosh, but Metcalf cuts him off and counters there nicely. Metcalf pushes him down to the mat. Now he wraps his arms around the top, settles in behind him. McIntosh stands up and gets away. 2-1 is the score. They tie up head-to-head again with 20 seconds left. McIntosh takes a shot. Metcalf looked like he wanted to counter with a throw, but McIntosh backed his way out of it. 12 seconds left in the second round. Tied up head-to-head. McIntosh turns, looks straight ahead, now going to try to push Metcalf out of bounds, and he does with 1 second remaining. Both wrestlers will be up with a final second. And that will be the end of the second period. And so after 2, Metcalf leads 2-1. And down will go Metcalf to start the final period. 2 minutes left. McIntosh going to let him go. Metcalf stands up. McIntosh reaches for the leg, and out of bounds they go. And they will give the 1-point escape to Metcalf, so it will be 3-1 Tillamook's Metcalf. Both in the up position. 3-1 Metcalf. Every time McIntosh tries to move in, Metcalf counters and looks to try to throw him. He did that time, but it was off the mat. Metcalf right on the edge of the mat, now works his way back to the middle. Fighting for hand control, reaching for the wrist. Oh, Metcalf had him off balance, but didn't take him. Could have pile driven him right there. Minute 28 left in the match. They tie up. There has not been a stalling warning yet, although I could certainly see one coming soon. Metcalf spins around, tries to keep his feet on the mat. Out they go again.
That was nice for him to turn and face him because if you back out like that and go out of bounds, they can call you for stalling.
1:15 left, 3-1. Cheesemakers with the lead. Metcalf steps in, tries to trip, can't get it. McIntosh counters. Back to the tie-up. We're halfway through the final round. 3-1 Metcalf. McIntosh slides in. Metcalf spins around. McIntosh grabs leg. Metcalf threw for him, but missed it. Out of bounds. McIntosh gets the takedown.
Oh, I thought he had him there.
He had it. Got him off balance, and Metcalf is tied 3-3, and he's on the bottom with 50 seconds remaining. Crunch time now with 50 seconds remaining. Metcalf stands up. No, he's got a leg picked up. Has his head down on the mat. McIntosh trying to work on the left side.
They should call him for stalling.
37 seconds left. McIntosh trying to push Metcalf into the mat. Metcalf looks at the clock, gauging his time. He stands to his feet, turns towards McIntosh, but has one foot up in the air with 20 seconds remaining.
They got to call him for
and
stalling.
Off the side it will be, and there is a stalling warning on McIntosh. Metcalf with 15 seconds remaining. If he can escape, he could win this thing. Metcalf stands up, tries to flip his way through, doesn't get it done. 10 seconds left. Got to get rid of the leg. McIntosh has a hold of it, but he cannot get rid of it with 5 seconds left. One leg up in the air, and that is the end of the match. And we're going to overtime. Metcalf and McIntosh, sudden death. First one to score, they're both up. First one to score will win the state title. Metcalf could give the Cheesemakers a big step towards a state title themselves. They go head-to-head in the middle of the mat. Metcalf tied up again. McIntosh holding and waiting. Metcalf could not get up when he was down, gave up the 2 points halfway through that third period. Metcalf has McIntosh has one stalling warning already, but I would be shocked if they gave him another one. Metcalf backs up to the edge, and out of bounds they go. Boy, the butterflies are flying right now.
And I have a few of them.
18 seconds left in the first overtime or in sudden death. Metcalf tied up ear to ear. He has not done a whole lot, taken any chances here. He's been ready to counter, but McIntosh is happy to stand there as well. And that ends the sudden death overtime. And it will now be 30 seconds. And Metcalf will choose down. He's going to have to get away because another 30-second overtime, McIntosh will have the opportunity. Metcalf stands up, and McIntosh throws him back down again. Metcalf's got to make something happen with 20 seconds remaining. Metcalf has that leg up in the air again with 15 seconds left. Unable to get away so far. Metcalf just standing there. Tries to throw him off the mat with 4 seconds left. Metcalf will be down again.
Well, he's not doing much.
He is not doing much. And I think that right knee is bothering him. He steps back, he rubs it. He's now going to have to go down. You think butterflies are flying for us. Can't even imagine for him. He has 4 seconds to try to score a point. Does not explode up and out. And that leg is grabbed again by McIntosh. That's happened every time.
Yeah, every time.
Every time that Metcalf has stood up, McIntosh has grabbed a leg, and Metcalf hasn't been able to answer. Now down is McIntosh to start the final 30 seconds. If he gets an escape, the match is over, and McIntosh will win the state title. We knew he was tough. He's up on his feet. Metcalf throws him down. 19 seconds left. Metcalf trying to ride McIntosh for 12 seconds. McIntosh going to get to his feet. No, he throws him back down again with 8 seconds. Getting a little bit high with 4 seconds left. Going to try to hang on. And he does. Now we go to the final 30 seconds.
And we get the choice of up or down.
Fourth overtime. One will be up, one will be down. If you're down, you've got to escape in order to win. That'll be McIntosh. If Metcalf can hold him down for 30, he'll win the state title. A caution starting early is McIntosh. Nope, they'll say no starting early because the clock was not set. They'll set it at 30 seconds, Elroy. If McIntosh gets an escape, he wins.
Yep.
If Metcalf holds him, Metcalf wins. Here we go. Metcalf holding him down. McIntosh tries to break. He stands up and spins. McIntosh got picked up by Metcalf and thrown back down again. Again, he stands up. Metcalf gets to the edge of the mat, and out of bounds they go with 16 seconds remaining. Metcalf walks back to the middle of the mat. 16 seconds left. Metcalf gets a little bit high this time. McIntosh tries to work away. Metcalf spins, stays on top of him with 8 seconds left. Hanging on for dear life. He's a little bit high with 4 seconds left. Out of bounds they go with 3 seconds remaining.
Holy cow.
Metcalf trying to win his first state title. Cheesemaker fans are on their feet. 3 seconds left. A caution. They'll reach in. And he gets a second caution for starting early. And wait a minute, they're going to try to talk about whether that was 2 and a point should be scored. Apparently not. 3 seconds left. Metcalf breaks him down.
Yeah!
2-1. Metcalf wins the state title, and he runs over and gets a huge hug from his dad. In 4 overtimes, Metcalf wins it, although the score says 3-3. He wins it, and Metcalf has the first state title for the Cheesemakers in this year, and he has his first state title as well, and he did not make it easy.
No, he didn't.
As he wins it in multiple overtimes just by hanging on.
Oh.
Quentin Metcalf with a state title at 120 pounds. He goes over and gives Lonnie Eggert a hug as well. And Lonnie Eggert, the 4A Coach of the Year, announced right before this whole thing started, is excited because Quentin Metcalf just scored 4 points, and we talked about needing to score 10 somewhere in this.
So we whittled out at that 10. Now we're down to 6.
Now it's only 6, and the Cheesemakers, boy, you know they're going to be tough when they get here. That's one we thought might be a little bit easier than before, as Metcalf picks up the state title. The Cheesemakers, a huge win there. And Metcalf jumping up in the air and ran straight to the edge of the mat and gave his dad a big hug, as well he should, as years and years and years of work finally came to an ultimate payoff right there.
It did.
Quentin Metcalf, state champion at 120 pounds. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll be back with Luis Macias at 132 pounds after this break for our sponsors.
Start your next home project at Kimmel's True Value Hardware and Appliance. Check out their February bargains of the month. There's great prices on everything throughout the store. True Value is your one-stop for do-it-yourself home projects, whether it's fall, winter, spring, or summer. And just in case, you can visit them for all your snow removal needs at the corner of First and Ivy in Tillamook. Kimmel's True Value, behind every project is a true value. Go Mooks!
Hopkins Logging of Tillamook wishes our wrestlers the best of luck at state. 4th-generation loggers, Hopkins is proud that America's most productive forests and most effective environmental protections are here in Oregon. They know loggers are the on-the-ground specialists who plant, grow, and harvest the sustainable forests that make Oregonians proud. Today's forest contractor is a logging professional who manages forestry operations through innovation, technology, utilization, and high environmental standards. They know in wrestling, as in life, if you don't like the results, only you can change them.
Welcome back to Cheesemaker Wrestling. It's OSAA On Point Credit Union State Championship Wrestling action from the Memorial Coliseum, as they are now presenting the medals for the 120-pound weight division over on the far side, and it will be Quentin Metcalf who will be getting his medal.
And your 120-pound state champion for Tillamook, Quentin Metcalf.
And the Cheesemaker fans stand to their feet and give Quentin Metcalf a rousing applause. And boy, still a little shaky after that one.
I tell you what, that went literally down to the wire.
To the very wire until the final tick on the clock. But now we move to 132 pounds. And Cheesemakers could actually win a state title at this weight.
We win this weight class. That breaks into that 6-point advantage. Right now, Sweet Home can still score 30 points. And we have a 24-point advantage. So with a win here, we score 4. And Sweet Home would not score that 6 points that they need.
So it's Macias from Tillamook against Royer from Sweet Home. Macias got pinned by Royer earlier, and they're off and running. Macias has had a great tournament, reaches in. Royer tries to counter. Right foot forward for Macias. Dives down, steps up, they tie up. Macias with a shot. Royer counters. Macias high on the leg, but now backs out. They'll settle in again. A lot of motion, but not a lot towards each other. Both go to a knee and both stand up. Off on the side of the mat now at 3 o'clock as Macias all the way off the mat. Now he gets back on without stoppage of play. Sizing each other up. Macias reaches in, gets a single leg, picks it up. What's he going to do with it? Off to the side. Now he gives up on the leg and backs up again.
Little intimidated from the throw. That's what happened last time. He shot in and got tossed to his back.
In a tight match that all of a sudden went the other way. Royer, the number 2 seed, and Macias was the number 4 seed, knocked off the number 1 in the semis. Royer with a shot, counter, tries to reach the leg, does Macias, does not get that, and so out to the edge of the mat they go with 40 seconds left in the first period. Macias reaches in. Nice job by Royer from Sweet Home. If Macias wins this, the Cheesemakers win a state championship. Macias has a leg up. They're right on the edge of the mat, but off they go.
Well, he's the more aggressor here anyway.
Fabian Nemai's match, the other one, that if the Cheesemakers win that one, they'll win a state title.
Yes.
They have to win one of these two. Macias gets thrown a little bit, but he corrects himself. And Royer drives in, but then backs up again. And that will be the end of the first round, scoreless, just like we saw with Quentin Metcalf. Cheesemakers win the toss and choose to go down early.
Yes, this is the overtime situation.
Okay.
Metcalf, remember, whoever scores the first point gets their choice in that ultimate overtime.
Macias stands up, turns towards him, still has a leg, but gets the escape. Macias drives in, now going to try to drive him across the mat.
Oh, there's 2.
Takes him down at the edge of the mat, keeps his toes on the mat, and Macias takes a 3-0 lead. They're still on the edge of the mat. Now they go out of bounds. So Macias will be on top, leading 3-0. Very nice job on the escape, and then went right at him with a double leg takedown.
And he kept those feet moving, and you can't back up as fast as you can go forward.
Macias on top now in the referee's position. Standing up is Royer, and he gets the escape. It's now 3-1. Macias from Tillamook. Both wrestlers are up in the middle of the mat again. Macias and Royer in tight, head-to-head, forehead-to-forehead. In this case, hand fighting. Royer takes a shot. Macias tries to counter. Lowe was looking to throw a fireman's carry in there, but they were out of bounds. Back to the middle they go again. 1:17 left in the second round. Almost halfway through the match, 3-1. Macias from Tillamook with a lead. Remember, Cheesemakers can win the state title if Macias wins this match. He shoots in, gets thrown on his back again. Macias in trouble.
What happened before.
Gives up 2 points. He's going to roll to his belly, so he's survived this. as he's broken the hold, but he's going to be trailing 5 to 3, maybe 6 to 3. We'll see. Now Macias getting ridden on the bottom with 40 seconds left. Face down on the mat as Royer trying that arm bar on the left side. Now he's going to try to move to a half Nelson on the right. They have not given, well, they have 2 fingers up. They'll give 2 near fall points as soon as he changes his hold, if he does. 20 seconds left in the second period. Macias getting spun over and gets stacked up and pinned.
Boy,
could not have gone any worse for the Cheesemakers there. As Macias had the lead 3-1, he got thrown and couldn't ever get off the bottom. And so Macias loses, but worse or as bad as that, he gives up the victory to Sweet Home and the 2 fall points. And Sweet Home has just gotten to within 18 of the Cheesemakers with a couple big matches coming. A tough loss for Macias as he will finish second in the state. So let's set the table now, looking ahead at 138 pounds. Yonke from St. Helens, he's the number 2 seed. He's going to make that the number at 145 pounds, At 145 pounds, Yonke from Sweet Home will wrestle, and then Sweet Home wrestles each other at 152 pounds, so you know they get the fall and the win points there. And so that will pick them another 6 points. Remember, Tillamook led by 24 before that match, but now just gave up 6 points.
Yeah.
The win and 2 fall points. That was devastating for the Cheesemakers.
Yeah, being up 3-1.
Yeah.
And
this is going to get tight. Next wrestler up for the Cheesemakers will be Caleb Warner, as Tillamook has 2 left. Miguel Nemai at 182 pounds and Caleb Warner at 170 pounds. We'll know a lot better by the time we get to 170 pounds how this is going to work. So we'll take a break, and then we'll be back with that 170-pound state title match with Caleb Warner after this 1-minute break for our sponsors.
Boy, you just can't.
Flavors on First. That's the food truck pavilion right next to Kimmel's on First Street in downtown Tillamook. There's something there for everyone. Asian fusion food at Sab Thai, Nani Papa with Hawaiian lunch plates, teriyaki chicken, yakisoba, Haagen-Tots, serving up your traditional favorites, pulled pork sandwiches, tater tots, fried macaroni and cheese. New carts are opening soon too. For cheap eats, great food, Flavors on First. Proud to be sponsors of Tillamook Wrestling.
This winter, don't wonder about safe driving. Instead, swing by Les Schwab Tire's Winter Don't Wonder event. Then don't wonder if you have the right tire, because we're introducing our best all-terrain tire ever, the new Open Range AT, only at Les Schwab. Specifically designed so you don't wonder about safe driving in snow, sleet, or sideways rain. Also save up to $200 on a set of 4 tires, depending on tire size, on last year's bestseller, the Open Country AT2. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing matters.
Welcome back to OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship action from the Memorial Coliseum in Portland. Randy Shield along with Elroy Thompson, your broadcast crew over FM 95.9 KTIL in Tillamook. While we were away, remember this tape delayed. The Cheesemakers have had their lead slip. It went from 24 points. It's now down to 12 points over Sweet Home. Although Yonke lost for Sweet Home at 145 pounds, they did have a winner by pin at 152 pounds, and they had a loss at 160. We come to 170 pounds, and Caleb Warner, a 2-time state placer, but has never won a state title. He is the number 1 seed out of this tournament, but he's taken on Livingston from LeGrand. Very physical kid, as Livingston from LeGrand was the number 1 ranked kid in the state until the district tournament, where he got upset. So this should be a dandy match here between these two. Caleb Warner, as a senior, looking for his first state championship, as he'll move to the middle of the mat, clear down on the left-hand side. They shake hands and start wrestling. They tie up in the middle, head to head. Warner goes to a knee and then stands up again.
Well, he's a lot bigger than Caleb.
Yeah, a lot bigger, and he turns to throw Caleb. Caleb trips him up and takes him down. Caleb on top, and he's going to get some back points as well. He'll get 2 on the takedown. He's going to get 3 more now, I believe. He works the arm, puts him over, trying to win a state championship for the Cheesemakers. Has him on his back. It's early. Minute 33 left in the first round. Caleb Warner working hard, trying to push his shoulders down. If he pins him, the Cheesemakers will be state champions. Caleb Warner looks up.
You got plenty.
Tucks him down again. Livingston on his back, trying to adjust his legs. Now he rolls the other way. Got a little bit too high, but holds him down. No fall yet. Cheesemaker fans are on their feet.
Lift his head.
Warner wraps that arm down, readjusts, pulls his head up. Got a little better hold that time. Presses it down and pin.
There we go.
And the Cheesemakers are going to be the state champions in 2019 as Caleb Warner comes out. And in the first round, 1 minute and 5 seconds gone, Caleb Warner threw him on his back, held him there, and finally got the fall. Stands with his hands in the air, and the Cheesemaker fans are on their feet. And the season, the dream season, is complete as the Cheesemakers will win the state title. He just about takes Lonnie Eggert out on the sidelines as a huge hug, the senior. And boy, this group of seniors has come through like no group of seniors before.
Wow.
As you look back now, Tillamook is going to add to their 3 state titles coming in. You won 2 of those, 1985 and 1993. And then Lonnie in 2008 was the head coach of a state championship team, and he will finish his coaching career here at Tillamook with a state championship as well. It just doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, you're not kidding. I told him, hey, last year he was so disappointed in how we wrestled and got 5th place. I said, hey, look, the same thing that happened to me. The year before we won our last one, we got 5th place. I thought we were the 2nd or 3rd team in that tournament, and the next year we won it. So, you know, he's got to be happy.
You know, we talked early on in this that in the last couple years we didn't feel that Tillamook could come here and wrestle very well.
No.
And this year, that's not the case. They have 12 placers, unheard of.
Yeah.
12 placers. They just got their 2nd state champion, Quentin Metcalf, a junior, and now Caleb Warner, a senior, and you've got one more coming in the next weight class in Miguel Nemai. But the Cheesemakers have sealed it up with a pin win by Caleb Warner at 170 pounds. There's nothing that Sweet Home can do to catch the Cheesemakers now.
No, nothing.
So the Cheesemakers with a huge win. Caleb Warner at 170 pounds with a state championship. And Lonnie, excited as could be down there. One more match to go. That'll be Miguel Nemai. We'll get to that and some celebration after this 1 minute break for our sponsors.
Haver Landscaping Materials specializes in the sale of a wide variety of landscaping products tailored to help you create your own yard masterpiece. They offer a variety of landscaping supplies, bark dust, bedrock, composts, and fertilizers. Haver Landscaping also has great advice on how to grow your lawn to perfection. Call them today for a free estimate. Haver Landscaping is open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 4. Call them at 503-801-1214 or see their website at haverlandscapingmaterialsinc.com.
This is your best chance to get behind the wheel of a new Ford. For a limited time, get big cash back, long-term financing as low as 0%, and great lease offers on a wide selection of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. This is the best way to explore, on the road or off, in a new Ford SUV. Or tackle everything on your to-do list with a built Ford Tough F-Series truck. For details on current offers, go to buyfordnow.com.
Then head to Tillamook Motors on the friendly corner of 5th and Main in downtown Tillamook.
Welcome back to Cheesemaker Wrestling, this OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship action as the Tillamook Cheesemakers have wrapped up a state title and they have one wrestler left to go. It's going to be Fabian Nemai, the senior leader of the Cheesemakers, the one, Elroy, you felt had the best shot of winning a state title coming into this tournament as they will set up against Nick James from Sweet Home. Whistle blows and action starts. Nemai obviously the aggressor as James backing around the edge of the mat. Nemai ties up with him now in the middle of the mat. Nemai, the 182-pounder, loves to wrestle anybody tough. He's had such a great year.
Yeah, he requested to wrestle the returning state champion from Banks.
He reaches in, grabs, but then squirming away is James. They're both in the up position. Nemai trying to control the arms. Cheesemakers do not have to have a win here. Oh, and a big crash, and he puts him on his back. Nemai puts him on his back, going to get 2 and maybe more. Could be some blood going as well. James dove in, and he ran right into the face of Nemai, and then Nemai just pancaked him. Nemai going to get 2 takedown and 3 near fall, and now he works him over on his back again. Readjusts. There's the 3 near fall being awarded. That was a violent collision.
Yes, it was.
And James gets up and gets away. Nemai chases him right to the edge of the mat. Going to be a 1-point escape. It's 5-1. Nemai on the break, goes right into him again. Looks to try to throw him, gets tied up. They back away. Nemai just getting after him. Crashes into him again. Now shoots the double leg. Grabs the right leg and lifts it up. They're in the middle of the ring. And he tries to throw. Ends up with a 2-point takedown. Nemai leads 7-1. James tried to throw Nemai. Nemai countered nicely and put him right to the mat. Nemai on top again. Wild and quick action here as Nemai, the aggressor, coming out. 5 seconds left in the first round. He powers the head down into the mat, working him high, and there's the whistle to end the first period. Oh, that initial collision was like 2 rams that went head to head. I'm shocked that there isn't blood on James because he just got face planted.
Yes, he did.
And then back planted. He was fortunate to stay alive and not give up the fall. Fabian will be in the down position as we start the second round. James throws him down. Nemai on the bottom. Nemai gets up to the hands and knees, gets thrown down and kind of rolled up on an edge. Tries to adjust his headgear from the bottom position. He keeps the left arm out but has the right arm stuck behind him. Now he gets both arms out and gets to his knees. He tries to roll through. That always scares me, but right back to his belly he goes. Nemai broken down with the right arm again as James doing a nice job riding him here in the second round. 7-1. Nemai on the bottom now gets to his feet, spins, paces, and he gets a 1-point escape. It's 8-1 Nemai, looking to be the 3rd state champion for the Cheesemakers in the same tournament. They match up and tie up again in the middle. Now they move to the right edge about 11 o'clock. They hold and wait. Nemai tries to shoot. James counters. On the side, James ducks underneath. Man gets a takedown, although Nemai never went to his feet. They'll give Nemai now an escape. He shoots in for a double leg. It's 9-3. Nemai on top gets another 2-point takedown. They're just kind of flopping around on the mat. It's 11-3 Nemai. Nemai has been in control most of this, although you can tell that James is looking for a big move.
Yes, he is. Well,
Nemai
pretty much has to now at 11-3.
11-3 with 20 seconds left in the second period. Although we saw a match earlier that was 10-2 with 30 seconds left, and the kid lost 11-10. Nemai will be on top. Fabian sets in, and they start again. He grabs the leg as James stands up and hangs onto the leg still with 14 seconds left. As he tries to drag him back onto the mat, Nemai wraps him around the waist. Great job not giving up the escape here before the end of the second period. 11-3. Nemai just manhandles him back onto the mat as time runs out in the second period. There's 2 minutes of wrestling left for the Cheesemakers in this tournament. Tillamook's Nemai leading Sweet Home's James.
I don't think James wanted to go on his feet. He wanted to put Nemai down.
And they're going to go both up because his coaches told him he had to. That's probably his best chance for a throw and a big move for a pin. Nemai wades into it again. Fabian Nemai looking to become a state champion for the first time. Nemai ties up arm to arm. I'm not sure if that's where you want to be, but Nemai has shown that he's the stronger wrestler. They give a stalling warning to James. Nemai shoots. Now James has a leg. He runs right side. Nemai throws a head and arm, and he puts him on his back. He gets a 2-point takedown. He could get fall points as well. Nemai holds his left arm up with 1:17 left to go as he's holding James down. And now Nemai gets rolled over. Gives up the reversal. No, he's going to give up 3. And they'll say he was out of bounds.
Out of bounds, I think.
And they will leave. Oh, no, now they'll give the escape. It is 16-4, Cheesemakers. 1:08 left to go in the match. Nemai, head and arm, tries to throw again, but Nemai ends up on top again, and he'll let him up. It's 18-5. One more takedown, he could win it by technical fall. We haven't seen one of those yet in this tournament. Nemai wades in again. 18-5 with 45 seconds remaining. Fabian just needs to be smart here with 37 seconds left. He works his way around, gets tied up. In the middle they go again. He breaks with 27 seconds left. Throws head and arm. They go to the edge. He gets the 2-point takedown, and I believe that is 15, and Fabian Nemai is the state champion. Completely dominated James from Sweet Home. The third state champion the Cheesemakers have in this tournament. That's how you go out and win a state championship right there. Nemai, absolutely as aggressive as you can get.
Yeah, even when he got ahead, he did not go cautious at all, did he?
Like a bull in a china shop, just kept wading into James saying, I'm going to take this to you. And he did, as Fabian Nemai, huge hug from Lonnie Eggert on the near side, and the Cheesemakers have sealed and now run away with a state championship here in the Memorial Coliseum on a beautiful Saturday night when the Cheesemakers had everything come together, and they will win the state champion with 12 placers and 3 state champions. They had 4 that came in tonight. 3 of those won.
Lonnie's going to sleep good tonight.
It may be quite a while before he sleeps, though, and we're going to try to get Lonnie Eggert up here to talk to us about that state championship, the 4th in Tillamook High School history, as the Tillamook Cheesemakers will get to pose with the big blue trophy as the Cheesemakers have won the state title. We'll try to get Lonnie up here for a final comment before we're done. The Cheesemakers win it. Fabian Nemai with a title, and the Cheesemakers with one as well. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
Mook Wrestling knows what it takes to create a top-notch wrestling program. It takes everyone: coaches, volunteers, parents. Wrestling is a tradition in Tillamook. It instills values in our young people, builds character, and work ethic. And it happens because of dedicated coaches and athletes and a strong community tie to ensure support throughout the season. The tradition is strong in Tillamook, and Mook Wrestling knows the experience produces champions off the mat too. And in the long term, that's what counts.
Like most motorists today, you may be keeping your vehicle longer. You need a trusted professional auto repair shop. You need SR Repair. They offer full maintenance services for most domestic and Asian vehicles. Also offering brake repairs and replacements, auto electrical diagnosis, and major component replacements if needed. It might be easier to call and see what SR Repair doesn't offer. SR Repair on the corner of 7th and Pacific in downtown Tillamook. Proud supporter of Tillamook sports.
Up on that,
Welcome back to Cheesemaker Wrestling. It's OSAA On Point Credit Union, state champions, and I'm talking to the state champion head coach of the 4A, Lonnie Eggert, and the Tillamook Cheesemaker. Congratulations, Lonnie.
Thank you. Does it get any better?
Oh, it just doesn't get any better than that. You know, you work so long and so hard. This is years of effort that comes together into 2 short days, and you never know if the kids are going to be able to step up against the great competition they see. But boy, did your kids step up this weekend or what?
They did. You know, we had a lot of early mornings, late nights to get to this point, and they, the seniors stepped up, and pretty proud of them. Put an exclamation point on it.
You know, it came down to a tight. You had Caleb Werner, a senior leader for you, and then Fabian Nemai. You needed a win out of one of those in order to seal this whole thing up and make everybody go home happy. And Caleb Werner came out in just a huge way, stuck the kid in the first round, and the celebration started.
You know, he was ready. He was excited. He was on a mission, he said, and so there he is, and he completed the mission. One more thing to check off his list.
And then Fabian Nemai, like a bull in a china shop, He just flat took it too.
He almost needed all the mats.
He did, because he was just running like crazy, chasing that kid down. And the Cheesemakers, you look at that, 3 state champions. How long's it been since Tillamook's had 3 state champions in the same year?
Probably 84. It's been a while, because I know when last time we won it, we only had 2.
Yep, and so very seldom do you get 3, but that's probably not what won the state title for you. Your state title may have been won through this afternoon's sessions after the semis, when your kids did well in those 3rd and 4th place, 5th and 6th place matches.
Yep, they did. You know, Keegan Haggerty, Miguel Nemai, Alex Warner, those guys all came through the backside and got some pins, some big pins, and never let up. You know, Tony Chacon.
Yeah, and you lost some tight matches that could have been a nightmare if you'd ended up losing this thing by 3 or 4 or 5 points.
Yeah.
But now you look back at those, and that's just part of the learning process. Kids have to be thrilled.
Yep. You know, those close matches, now they don't matter. They did all afternoon, and now they don't matter. Nobody cares.
You came into this tonight, and I know that you were fairly confident that you could win it. But after you end up losing the second one tonight, that was Caleb Werner. No, it was Luis Macias.
Yeah.
When he went down by way of fall
to Sweet Home,
all of a sudden it was pucker time for the Cheesemakers.
Yeah, it definitely got edgy again. And so, but Luis, that kid's a good kid, and we knew Luis was going to be in a good match there, and we knew how it might end. But it doesn't matter now. With the end result is what we were looking for.
So very much an individual sport and very much a team sport. You have a whole community down here wrapped around you, supporting you throughout the course of the year, and you've got a group of kids that every one of them couldn't be as happy or happier if they'd have won it themselves.
That is true. I'm thinking Tillamook must be shut down.
It's got to be, because there's a pile of people here. And Lonnie, I couldn't have enjoyed it any more, and we hope that the people at home, when they get to hear this, will enjoy it as well. Congratulations on a Coach of the Year, which is one thing. A state championship's even better.
It is. It's been awesome. It would have been bittersweet to get Coach of the Year and not bring home the blue trophy. So that's what I wanted, and I wanted that for the kids in the community.
Only the 4th one in the history. 2 of them are under your watch, 2 under Elroy. That's pretty good company.
That is, because being my coach, it's been good, and he's been part of it with us.
So Lonnie Eggert, championship coach of the Tillamook High School Cheesemakers state champions. Congratulations, and thanks again for coming up and talking to us after this.
Hey, thank you, Randy. I sure appreciate it.
So the Tillamook Cheesemakers have won the state title for 2019, and the Cheesemakers are going to go home happy, as they will have made the run that they thought they could make this year and finish it up with a state title here. As you look back, Cheesemakers had notable efforts. Keegan Haggerty at 3rd place, Quentin Metcalf, the state title at 120 pounds, Luis Macias, really good effort from him this year as well. Finished 2nd in the state. Chad Werner with his 3rd place finish. Tommy Cruz finished 6th. Miguel Nemai with 3rd place. Alex Warner with 5th. Caleb Warner with a state championship. Fabian Nemai with a state championship. Tony Chacon finished 4th. Dawson McKibben 6th, and Brian Rieger 5th. Those are the 12 state placers that the Cheesemakers will get to celebrate, and there should be and will be a great celebration at home. It's been a joy to be here with the OSAA State Championship action. This has been Randy Shield along with Elroy Thompson saying good night and good sports. This has been a KTIL Sports presentation.